Hey, this is Mr. Beckstrom, and today I want to take a look at an example from section 5.1. This is on composite functions. So the problem is it says find the function f and g so that f composed with g is equal to this function here. And so what we have to remember is that the order matters. So f composed of g like this. So f composed with g, these are composite functions, that's going to be equal to f of g of x. We just put it in the same order. This means that first we evaluate the inner function, which is g of x, and then we evaluate the outer function, which is f of g of x. So we're looking for two functions that when we put them together in this way gives us this function over here. So g of x is probably going to need to be that x squared plus 20, and f of x is probably going to need to be the square root of x, which it looks like it's this a right here. So let's test this one out. So if we're using a, that would be equal to f of, and instead of g of x, I'm going to put in x squared plus 20. I'm just substituting this whole g of x here for what it's equal to, x squared plus 20. So now this is f of x squared plus 20, and we take that, and remember now we're going to do f of this function. So this is going to be equal to, if we're looking at this one right here, it's going to be the square root of this. We're going to replace x with everything inside here. That's what f of something means. So x squared plus 20. And sure enough, we get that h function back. Let's just take a look at one of the wrong answers to see why that's wrong. Let's take a look at C, because C has the same things, but it is in reverse. So if we're looking at C and we did f composed with g, which is equal to, once again, f of g of x. And then in this case, g of x is the square root of x. So that's going to be equal to f, and we're going to replace g of x with the square root of x, like this. And then finally, that tells us to go to our f function, and wherever there's an x, we're going to replace it with the square root of x. So that's going to be the square root of x squared plus 20, and that's all equal to just x plus 20. So this is definitely not equal to h there. So that's kind of an idea of how we can check each one of these. These ones we can really tell they're not going to be the right answer because they have minus, and there's no way we can get plus 20 there. All right, so that's it. If you have any questions, let me know, and have a great rest of your week. Thanks.